Hi, brother. How are you doing? I hope you had wonderful GITEX.
It's been tiring, but it has been a great experience.
That's great. So what are we showing this year with our data center solutions?
All right, so we are actually highlighting our data center network solution, which is called CloudFabric 3.0 data center network solutions. We are basically working on something called autonomous driving network, which means to automate the full life cycle of a network, from design to configuration provisioning to O&M and to optimization. Now, this is the overall solution that we have. We have our iMaster NCE, which has two components, NCE-Fabric at the back and FabricInsight that I am going to show you here. What is the key value we can bring to the customer? That is, we can do easy deployment, easy O&M, and easily evolve to a multiple DC or a hybrid cloud scenarios.
Can you show us some scenarios?
I'll show you something very cool. Now, typically what happens when there is a fault in the data center network, you get a lot of logs. And then somebody needs to make sense out of these logs to figure out what actually happened. Locate the fault. With our solution, what we can do is, we can automatically locate any fault that happens in your data center and give you a full root cause analysis to show you exactly what is causing the problem. After that, we can tell the operator how to solve all the problem. But here is the kicker. This platform, iMaster NCE FabricInsight, can interconnect with our controller to do closed loop automation. So the network can self-heal.
So I can see the suggestions as well.
This is suggestions if you want to manually solve the fault. If you click on closed loop collaboration, FabricInsight logs into the controller and tells you, this was the problem, we want to deliver the solution automatically, do you agree? And if you just say deliver, the solution will be delivered and the problem will be solved. The loop will be closed.
So this can really simplify overall network management, especially when it comes to solving problems.
Exactly. And not only simplification, we are the only one where the network can self-heal. So data center network faults result in massive loss of business for people. And finding a problem and solving a problem takes a lot of time. With our solution, within 5 minutes, problem can be identified, traced, and automatically solved.
And what about our digital map feature?
Now how do we do it actually? I just told you we achieved this, right?
What we achieved.
But we achieve it because we are able to map your network in a digital twin or a digital map and then understand exactly what is happening in your network. Typically, you have your data center and they have multiple networks on the top. There is no correlation, there is no understanding what is happening. But with us, because we have this intelligent solution, utilizes telemetry and AI, what we can do is map the physical topology, and let's say you have multiple data centers and multiple applications spread across the data centers, we can map that physical location to an actual hardware environment to an actual digital map of what is talking to what. And once we can trace that, we are able to run through machine speed or AI using knowledge graph to find out the problems very quickly.
So it can give us complete network view, application view,
as well as the service view, how the whole service is going to flow.
And we can see the complete end-to-end flow of our service within our data center network.
And how the service maps to a physical network device, how the traffic is going to flow across the network.
So let's go to our switches now. So what do we have here?
Actually, this is our flagship model, which is Cloud Engine 16800. I'll just say one thing about it. This is a 48-port, 400 gigabit line card.
This is massive.
It's massive. Nobody in the industry can come close, and it has been there for 3 years. Line weight, 400 gigabit per slot capacity is unmatched in the industry. No chassis can support that other than Huawei, which means we can fill this 16 slot chassis with 400 gigabit card and it is enough to carry the traffic of a small country.
That's great.
One switch.
That's great.
Other than that, it uses AI fabric or artificial AI intelligence technology to make sure that the data center is lossless.
Yeah.
So there is no packet loss in the network. And Typically, when you have that much speed, you think it will be a lot of noise.
Yes.
Cooling will be a problem. Because of our innovative technology of mixed flow fans, this switch can be placed in normal data centers.
So it's very high performance with going green.
Very green.
Yeah.
You can put in normal data center, you don't need liquid cooling. The noise level is 36% lower than the industry.
Okay.
This is the greenest, most powerful switch in the market.
And what is this AI fabric feature of this switch? And what kind of scenarios we can implement?
The AI fabric feature. Now, Ethernet is a lossy protocol.
Yes.
For the last 30 years, people have been trying to solve the problem of packet loss in the Ethernet.
Yeah.
And because they could not solve it, for few scenarios, for example storage as well as HPC networking, they moved away from Ethernet to some special technologies just to achieve it. But Ethernet can support 400 gigabit today. Those technologies cannot. Yeah. If we can solve the problem of Ethernet packet loss, then we can go high speed. And this is what we have done. AI Fabric, what it can do, it can map the flows in your network and then set the threshold of congestion notifications in such a way that you can achieve 100% throughput, zero packet loss, and put in an HPC cluster.
What kind of scenarios it is useful for?
Let's say, consider an HPC cluster. You have GPUs nodes, you have multiple GPU nodes who are talking to each other for an AI calculation, for weather forecasting, for machine learning,
distributed storage,
for distributed storage, and they want to complete a task and unleash the computing power of all that GPUs.
Maybe simulation, high-end simulation,
exactly,
high-performance computing,
every
oil and gas
industry,
sector,
genome
sequencing, health sector.
Yeah, imagine running a DNA analysis on, for a crime without high-performance computing. Takes a month. Remember, DNA technologies in the 90s would take months for one test. Now, with high-performance computing, you can do it within an hour. That needs a supercomputer, that needs a super network, and that's what we provide.
So these are our, now let's move forward. These are our top-of-rack switches or smaller switches?
Yeah, this switch actually can be used as a top-of-rack or for a small data center as a spine. 100 gigabit throughout. But with an RTU license, every port can be 200 gigabit and 8 ports can be 400 gigabit.
So you can expand when you want? Just
anytime.
By
anytime.
software license upgrade?
Yes.
Okay.
With just an RTU license.
Yeah.
These are our top-of-the-rack switches. Slim, only 1 gigabit, only 1 U. This is 25 gigabit switch with 8 uplinks, all high speed links, and they can also be upgraded to 200 gigabit or 50 gigabit. So you can get very compact switches, dual power supply, dual fan trays, hot swappable, completely redundant, and use them as top-of-the-rack switches for your data centers.
Wonderful. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Faisal.